Very good morning to everyone for joining the today's session. I am glad to have this opportunity to address such a wonderful gathering. It is a great privilege to extend a warm welcome to our distinguished speaker, esteemed faculty member, and all participants gathered for this academic session. On behalf of the Department of Computer Application, Integral University, Lucknow, I am delighted to welcome you to the 2-week blended faculty development program on transformative learning through interdisciplinary AI and ML application in emerging domains being conducted under the Human Resource Development Center, Integral University, Lucknow from 8 to 21st January 2026. My name is Mrs. Soumya Singh, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Application, and I am honored to be the host for today's academic discussion. I am pleased to introduce our esteemed resource person, Dr. Gagandeep Kaur. Dr. Gagandeep Kaur is committed to empowering future leaders through quality education and academic mentorship. She brings strong expertise in her field with a focus on teaching, research, and student development. At Chandigarh Group of College University, she contributes to fostering a dynamic learning environment and advancing academic excellence. She serves as an assistant professor with extensive teaching and research experience, having contributed to numerous peer review publications and conference in reputed international journals. Her research work at advanced topics such as image processing, machine learning application, and artificial intelligence system. Dr. Kaur is actively involved in academic mentorship and curriculum development, fostering research culture and innovation among students and collaborators. Over to you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much for the warm welcome, ma'am. First of all, good morning, all. And I would like to expend my heartfelt thank to the all the organizing committee members and the Integral University Lucknow for giving me such a wonderful opportunity for acting as a resource person here. The topic aligned with the uh, faculty development program is AI driven prediction of diseases and advancement in drug discovery. I will not go in the proper depth of this topic, but I'll just give the brief idea that how an engineer can collaborate with the pharmaceutical engineer for the prediction of diseases and drug advancements. On 19th, Dr. Mukesh will go in depth and tell you all the details. So, agenda of this presentation is the objectives and AI implementation. What are the current trends in the drug discovery, the use cases, the how we can get the resources and collaborate for the success of this topic. So, first of all, we'll get to the point that what is artificial intelligence and what is machine learning. Artificial intelligence is that how a machine can working on those algorithms. We want our machine to work, to think, to innovate. And machine learning are the core formulas that will make that machine to think. So there are different formulas. We can work on all the fundamental algorithms and make them machine learning algorithms using many languages are available like Python, C++, Java, and other languages. So based upon the engineer skills, we can use any language and we can use the machine learning algorithms on that. Now we have to fuse the AI machine learning with the pharmaceutical sector, that the drug discovery and the early detection of the diseases in healthcare systems generates massive volumes of data from clinical records, imaging, genomics, and sensors on daily basis. The traditional analytical methods are insufficient to process this data efficiently. So the AI enables automated learning from data, early disease detection, and faster drug discovery, leading to improved patient health at the reduced cost. So first of all, the data insights are the AI algorithm will analyze the large data sets. We have two types of data sets. One is synthetic and one is real. The data sets which are available online, massive data sets are available online on which we work, that are human generated, that are the synthetic data sets. And the actual data which is generated in healthcare records in hospitals on a daily basis, that is secure. They won't allow us to use that data. So by using those protocols, we can validate our machine learning AI algorithms formulas for that. So first of all, we have to develop the machine learning algorithm, then to train the model, then to validate it on the synthetic data. When the validation is complete, then we have to test that data on the real data which is provided through the hospitals through the proper protocols. The results may vary because the synthetic data is human generated data and the real data is the records as per the doctors, the CT scans, the mammographs, and the other points decided by the doctors. So first of all, we have to collect the data, then we have to make the predictive machine learning models, then based upon that, we have to follow the drug discovery protocols, like we can mix the molecules or we can hybridize that. We all this we can done through the AI models. In traditional models, that was all human made, so it includes a lot of manpower, energy, and time. So 10 to 15 years, 20 years will make a drug to discover. But using the intelligence of AI learning models, the cost can be reduced and the time can be reduced. After the validation, the most important step is the clinical trials. Without clinical trials, we can't send our product to the market. So the key points for the AI in healthcare are: AI predicts patient diseases with high accuracy using rich data sets. Machine learning accelerates drug discovery by optimizing compound selections. AI algorithms enable real-time patient data analysis for proactive intervention. Personalized medicine frameworks enhance treatment effectiveness through AI insights. Like in the traditional systems, we are going to the doctor for our medication. But the future is we can get our personalized medications using the AI models. So the growing capability of healthcare data supports AI model training, partnerships between tech and pharma. This is the most important topic because the AI engineer would develop the model, but it cannot validate the results. It cannot verify the results whether it will help the patient to survive or not. So it will be verified by pharma only. So the collaboration is important here. AI in disease prediction and drug discovery. So the predicted analytics is harnessing AI algorithms to identify at-risk patient based on historical health data, enhancing early interventions. The intelligence of AI can intervene the risk of the patients. The reports that will be converted into the data set and will be analyzed by the, like, the healthy person reports and the affected person reports both can be given to the AI model. So it can analyze using the machine learning models that this patient is at risk or not. So if it he or she is at risk, we can support by the proper checkups, the early checkups, so that the disease can be cured before time. What is the importance of early disease prediction? Like the proactive care, if we can detect that we can be infected, then we can care ourselves. The early prediction facilitates proactive management of the potential diseases. Cost efficiency, if we can predict a disease at the early stage, then the healthcare cost can be saved. We can treat our diseases at the early stage at a reduced cost. The treatments can be cured, a lot of population will be saved. The execution flow for this is first of all the data acquisition. We by for using the machine learning algorithms, we have to calculate the data, the online data, that is synthetic data, and after that we have to work on the for clinical trials we have to work on the actual records that can be from the CT scans, from the mammographs, like the lung cancer data, the breast cancer data, the tumor data, and for the other diseases. And the model should be for all diseases. It can cover all the diseases. If we have the database for only lung cancer, but we have a lot of number of diseases and it works on patient to patient. So the model should be trained accordingly. The model or the data set is converted into 80% and 20% testing, training, and validation phase. Validation phase 20% data is like model doesn't do training on that data. It will work on the 80% data. Iterative loops will be there. The model will train itself by learning all those things. Like I have given one image to identify as it is lung cancer or not, that it will check all the images in the database, correlate that images, maps the features with those, and gives us the result that this has lung cancer or not. So model training is important. Then validation on the 20% data is also important because this data is unknown to the system. So how the machine reacts on that data, 80% data is already given, he has the model has already experience on that, but how it is giving results on the new data, this is the most important. That's why we need collaboration of AI engineer and pharmaceutical engineer. Now the process of drug discovery is data mining. We are using AI algorithms, vast data sets. Then predictive modeling means we are applying the machine learning models. Then molecular design, we are generating the novel molecular structures with the intelligence of the machine learning. Then the most important is the clinical trials, because without clinical trials, we can't market our product. Now, what are the challenges in the traditional drug development? High cost, long timeless, high failure rates. If I have discovered one drug by investing a long time, 10 years, 15 years, say for example 5 to 7 years, then after clinical trials the results will be I cannot use that drug, then there is high cost, high time involved in that. So high failures rates are there in traditional drug development. But if we can do it from AI, then these all things will be reduced, because AI is intelligent than human. So failure will increase the economic burden, then the market uncertainty will be there, operational challenges will be there. So to overcome all these challenges, we are shifting from traditional to AI advancements. So AI technologies that transforming the healthcare are natural language processing, machine learning processing, computer models. So again, the execution flow will be just we have to collect the data of all the diseases. We have to make the algorithms that will think about all those diseases, then deploy that model, validate those results from the pharmaceutical engineer, then we will continue improving those models by optimization techniques. Then when the product is finally ready with validation, we can market that product. So the innovative approaches will be the wearable devices like smartwatches. I think today we all have the smartwatches and we are measuring our BPM rate. So as such, BP, sugar, these are the wearable devices. So we can get the information, we can get the data from those machines and get it analyzed through the machine learning models. So remote sensors, we have IoT enabled glucose monitors that allow diabetic patients to share data, reduce complications through timely remote interventions. We have mobile apps that track the diseases. Then telehealth platforms like in the past scenarios, we have to take the appointments of the doctors, but now video consultations in this scenario is also possible. Like for my child, I every time I just call or just video call the doctor and he'll provide us medicine. A very few cases are there that I go to him. So the things are changing day by day. So how machine learning in disease prediction acts? We have a data for the patient. We sh- then we have predictive algorithms. Then the data quality will be checked. Then the engineering will be done. Regulatory compliances are there, whether that medicine is used or not, whether that results will be used for the patient or not. Then there will be a committee for regulatory compliance and guidance. The experts will be there. They will verify all that. As such, not that machine is working so we will not work. We will verify all the findings of the machine personally, continue learning, then we will market that product. The data sources will be electronic health records like clinical data, real time updates are there. We have millions of patients all over the world. So this data will be easily available. Then we have genomic database, we have genomic sequences that are in high detail, that is also in billions and trillions. Then we have clinical trial data like patient trials, thou- uh, assessing the drug efficacy. We can use this data. And we have wearable devices data. So we have different sources of data on which we can work. Integrating AI into clinical workflows. For the workflow is, first of all, we will assess the data, then identify the problem. We'll choose the proper AI tool for which we can work. Then we will integrate that data into the machine learning model. Then we can train that model by 80%, 20%. Then we will find the findings, get it verified. Then again, the proper adjustments will be there, the optimizations will be there. After that, we will evaluate the final result, and that will be go for proper compliance regulations then to the market. Now, there are several case studies available on the internet for uh, drug diagnosis and early prediction. So, from that, first point is problem faced. We'll get to know what is the main problem, the delayed identification of rare genetic orders or some other diseases. So, the solution offered will be through AI algorithms. The benefit will be we'll get the timely treatment at low cost. Like we have this data from these case studies, we found some gaps. We have to work on those gaps using machine learning models for the proper validation and deployment of the results. So the patient's impact will be, AI impact on patient outcomes will be accuracy. The AI accuracy will be more than the human accuracy. The speed, like we have thousands and thousands of records. The doctor cannot analyze thousands of records at a time, but AI can. Doctor will go one by one, so it consumes a lot of time. But by analyzing through AI, it can analyze thousands and hundreds of records at a time. We can get personalized doctors using the AI models because the disease is same, but based upon the body functions, the analysis will be different, the drug dose will be different, the drugs will be different because one medicine cannot suit all the people. That's why we'll get easily the personalized doctors by using AI. So we can scale it into the large. AI can work upon large data sets, but the doctor cannot. It will go one by one. Then we can use the data sets which are available online through the proper compliances. Then clinical trials will be done using AI models. Cost will be reduced. So if everything is good to go, then we can get regulatory support from government as well. So I told you previously that the collaboration between tech and pharma is important because this is simple. Like I am a computer engineer, but I cannot go in deep in pharma. I'll make the model, I'll collect the data, but drug discovery has to be verified which molecule is aligned with which drug can be combined with which can be verified by pharmaceutical engineer only. So if both can work in a frame, then we can achieve this outcome. The regulatory considerations for AI are first of all the data security, because hospitals won't allow you to collect data from them, so we have to work on the synthetic data only. But if we collaborate with pharmaceutical engineers, then by the government regulations we can get the data from the hospitals, but we can't share it with anybody else. That will be this used for the sole purpose of research only. The transparency should be there that I am using this data for this purpose only. So validation and accountability that will be verified by the pharmaceutical researchers and ensuring its equitable assess and outcomes. So navigating regulatory hurdles in AI implementations. What are the problems? Like data privacy regulations creating compliance risks. We can't get data easily. So the major problem is if I want to work on medicine, I have to go through a lot of approvals. A lack of clear guidelines for AI models. Like you should be skilled. Upskilling should be done. Like if I am working on some model now, it can be like this model can't work for medicine. So we have to upskill ourselves and we should be clear with the guidelines that which model should work for the medicine. So validations should be there. We need a team of research for data validations and taking the decisions. Market trends in healthcare solutions, like if we invest in AI solutions, then the investment will reach billions and trillions and it will grow the economy. The clinical efficiency will increase up to 25% from now if we adapt the AI systems. The market growth will increase to 40%. The cost will be reduced by 30%, and as such, the diseases will be predicted 20%, 25% early. Then AI enabled personalized medicines, like we have already talked about, that we can get our personal doctor. How we can get the personal doctor? We'll get all the data in the AI model, then the patient's personal records based upon his or her body, like the disease is same, but based upon person to person, the prescription, The medicine, the type of the medicine, the dose of the medicine, that should be different. So AI will enable this. We can get our personalized doctors. The future directions will be facilitate secure data sharing across healthcare networks to enhance model. This should be for the doctors and the researchers. The predictive analysis from that, then the real-time monitoring to collect and gather the data and to train the model. Then pharma companies and AI engineers should collaborate and get the framework done. Then the regulatory framework, this is the ethics and accountability issue. If we clear all these issues, we'll get the personalized medicines. The scalability solutions will economy will shift if we invest in AI. The data will be easily available. We'll cross those all the alignments. Growth investment will be there. The model should be versatile, and we will upskill the pharma engineer as well as the AI engineer for coping up with the new solutions. Then what are the challenges? Data privacy, integration complexity, algorithm bias, limited expertise. Because as of now, doctors are there and AI engineers, they are separate. But if they combine, their experience should combine so that the scope of their expertise should not be limited. It should be beyond the scope. The algorithm that is working, it should not bias like it works upon the CNN model only. It is not accepting the decision tree and the RNN model. So it should check which model outperforms on the data. So how we can empower the staff that is using these models through the AI implementation. So data skill workshops should be there, hands-on training should be there, some ethical guidelines time to time should be there. There should be some collaborative projects in the hospitals so that continuous learning should be there. And there is some team that will check the KRS or the performance metrics that how we are working on that. So building an AI competency framework, how we can build that? It's a closed loop. We'll get the data, we'll train the model, we'll identify the key areas on which we have to work. Like if we have detected the lung cancer, we have developed one app for that to detect. Then we'll implement the results, evaluate where the adjustment is required in the model, we'll do. Then the loops will run the loops, then the same procedure so that the model should be trained. We'll give the new experiences as to the model so that it can learn, upskill itself. The cost reduction should be 70%, investment return should be 30%. We can make the drug discovery faster by 52% if we shift from traditional to the AI model. So now the basic question is understanding user acceptance of AI in healthcare. Like if I talk about me, if I have some issues, I'll visit the doctor. Should I trust the AI model? This is the main basic question. Can anyone give the answer for this? How comfortable are you with AI generated healthcare recommendations? Like if as of now, if I Google with some diagnosis, are we ready to accept those recommendations? How likely are you to use AI in your healthcare decisions? Okay, now, as of now, people don't trust AI. Like engineers trust, but on the devices, but not on the healthcare systems. Like if I talk about EV or intelligent systems or cruise control systems, we are adapting those technologies day by day. But in the previous scenarios, we don't want to trust on these technologies. But time to time, the time changes. With the advancements in the technology, we'll accept those changes. As of now, we are working on the platforms, we are working on the data, we are working on the machine learning algorithms for healthcare. But that is up to the research only. We'll make one model, search and the diseases, and will publish one paper. But we never thought of to market those models. We never thought of the patent, or for the we just want the patent or paper publication, but we don't want to collaborate with pharma industries. So if we work on this, think before publication that if my model is good, I can work some more on that. Then collaborate with pharma industry so that we can implement those models in today's scenario. So the takeaway points are data-driven insights. AI generates predictive models that reduce time to diagnose significantly. We'll get personalized treatments in the near future by AI models. So the key is collaboration. Pharmaceutical engineers and AI engineers should collaborate for this to work. We have to overcome the regulatory challenges, scalability solutions should be there, and ethical considerations should be taken in mind. Thank you so much. If anybody wants to ask anything, you can. Over to you, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. I would like to invite the faculty member to ask their questions. Okay, ma'am. Thank you for your insightful and enriching session. We truly appreciate your time, expertise, and meaningful contribution to this faculty development program. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am.